Kavita Kapoor Khalsa, and this is Expose on Marriage or No Marriage. Today's topic is Till Death Does Us Apart, faking it or making it in marriage. And I have invited somebody who उससे बेहतर कोई हो ही नहीं सकता था, is all I want to say. Ratandeep Singh and Kiran Singh, they are a couple, and इनकी तारीफ में जो भी बोला जाए कम होगा. So they are the oldest, one of the oldest facilitators in India, doing foundation classes and body class. So अगर आपने body class नहीं choose किया हो, then you know who to contact. Plus मेरी life जो change हुई है वो इनकी देन है, and मैं वो publicly बोलने में बिल्कुल नहीं शर्माती हूँ, because I call them my cousin parents. No, I am the cousin daughter. They are like my parents. So उसका story फिर कभी सुनाएंगे. लेकिन point being कि when I was very confused about marriage, और मुझे नहीं समझ में आ रहा था करना चाहिए नहीं करना चाहिए, they were the ones where I saw that, okay, if you want to see something, brighter about marriage, why not, talk to them, meet them, and there's such an influence that you will get to know in this short little episode that I wish to bring out and reach out to people. Thank you so much, sir and ma'am. I'm sorry, मैं नाम से नहीं पुकारती हूँ आपको, sir and ma'am ही अच्छा लगता है. Thank you for being on my show finally.
Thank you for having us, Kavita.
So मेरा ये जो टॉपिक मैंने लिया है is because मैं आसपास में बस यही देख रही हूँ लोगों के कि अब क्या करें, करना पड़ता है, जीना पड़ता है. शादी तो एक जेल है,
करनी पड़ती है.
हाँ, करनी पड़ती है, बट पड़ती भी है. अब क्या करें, नहीं करेंगे तो अच्छा. सो नाउ व्हाट हैपेंस इज, वो जो हमने कसमें वादे खाते हैं, इट्स अबाउट जी रहे हैं जीने के लिए. सो मेरा पहला क्वेश्चन होगा कि being alive in marriage or just living in marriage, कि पूरा करना है कहानी. What is it that you have observed in your life, and what would you say to this particular thing that is there? कि क्या ये नहीं बोलूंगी क्या करना चाहिए, लेकिन आपको क्या लगता है क्या होना चाहिए?
See, I'd just like to say one thing that, I'm taking it from our personal experience. Like
Yes.
What you're saying. I got engaged to Adi. We were engaged for 3 years.
Wow.
Now, during that time, we both really got to know each other, and, we used to really talk about what marriage is, what love is, blah, 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 blah. And one thing we had talked about, and we came to a conclusion, let me put it that way, that if for some reason, whenever in life we don't get along, or we feel that we are done with each other and there's no fun left in marriage,
yeah,
we will separate.
Wow. Okay.
Now, this is when he said that to me. My God, it was such a, this thing, oh God, we can do that also. I won't call it a contraction. I just like to say that it was something which was out of the box.
Absolutely.
And it was so gentle. It was not like we will go in for a divorce and never. The way he put it. And that's one thing that was always there. That, knowing that you have a choice.
Yeah.
And
that was not when he was in Access. So he's actually, he's a person who is living Access, is what I can say.
Absolutely. And because he had mentioned it to me, I also, bought it with so much of ease that even this is a choice.
Yeah.
So whatever we've gone through in marriage has never been a compulsion. And just the fact, that कि अरे रहना है,
अब क्या करें, बच्चे हो गए हैं. No, that's not the point. So how would you then manage your arguments or fight? Because वही time एक होता है कि छोड़ दे, चली जा, or like, okay, sir wouldn't say that maybe, or I don't know, but
basically in this reality, in this society,
yes,
people look for marriage to complete themselves. They by themselves see that they are incomplete.
Yes.
They are not good enough. They need someone to complete them. Someone else to support them.
Yes.
When you start from that, then it can never work out. Because if you are not in love with yourself, if you are not loving yourself and feeling nice about yourself, how can anyone else feel nice about you?
No, so that creates dependency on the other person.
And you start the relationship with a need.
You are needing.
So when you start a relationship with a need, then till that need is completed, you will go on and on and on. And after that, what? You don't know what to do then.
You don't know what, no, and so and hence extramarital affairs largely happen when your need of that body is done, and now you don't find that body attractive, or that body has produced kids, and now it's
Yeah.
like, okay, so it doesn't work for me, and I'd rather look out for other people outside.
Yeah, or whatever.
Yeah,
Or
You
whatever.
get bored with the
Or whatever.
relationship because you have, that need has been completed, whatever need it was. But
Whatever need it was.
after that need, another need comes up. Like you said, you want to look around.
So no, so those people then keep creating needs so that you are
Yeah.
continuing the marriage.
No,
So-
not the marriage. If you start from a need-based marriage, that need, once it's completed in that marriage, you are
No,
looking
no.
at another need. You are looking out of the marriage.
You're
But if you
looking either out, or you're creating new needs in the marriage.
Yeah. So it's a need-based. Where is the
Need-based.
joy in it?
Because long ago somebody had said that पुरानी शादियां क्यों टिकती थी, because they had 11 children. तो पहले खत्म नहीं होता था तो दूसरा बच्चा, now they have a common goal कि इन सबको एक साथ बड़ा करना है, I said that.
Love that.
वो common agenda है कि दोनों सब बच्चों को एक साथ बड़ा करना है, so that continue हो जाती थी marriage.
but
अभी
उसमें
एक दो बच्चे होते हैं,
उसमें कोई joy नहीं है ना.
हाँ joy तो
It's
है ही
not joy and fun. It is just doing out of compulsion. So it is looking at the problems you have and you try to solve those problems. There's no fun and joy in it. So why would you like to do it? Yeah.
But can marriage be a fun and joy? So now I have a lot of youngsters also asking if marriage is not fun because what they've seen with their parents. How can marriage be fun and joy? What
Yeah,
would you suggest to the youngsters today?
It cannot be fun and joy if you're looking for a need to be fulfilled in you. If you're incomplete in yourself. If you see, the very essential thing is that when you get into a relationship like a marriage,
Yeah.
don't go into it because you feel that अगर मेरे को आ जाएगा तो फिर मैं complete हो जाऊंगा, मेरी company हो जाएगी, हमारे taste एक जैसे हैं, हमारे को ये भी अच्छा लगता है, वो भी अच्छा है, योगा मुझे भी अच्छा लगता है, उसको भी लगता है, तो we'll get along with. That is not how.
नहीं, कपड़े भी ट्विन करते हैं वो, तुमने सफेद पहना तो मैं भी चढ़ूं सफेद पहनो, चाहे सफेद मेरा अच्छा रंग नहीं लगता मुझको. That's how they say that now this shows that we are in love with each other, but no, that's not.
But basically, the thing is that if you're getting into a relationship with this attitude, then you can never be happy.
Okay.
But if you already are in love with yourself and complete in yourself, then whomever you get into a relationship with, it is to see how you can make your life and the other person's life a greater life.
So how would you suggest somebody can fall in love with themselves? What would you suggest that they should do?
They should have the 5 elements of
intimacy with them.
Intimacy with themselves.
They
And what else?
Unless you honor yourself, unless you
Trust yourself.
unless you are vulnerable with yourself, unless you are an allowance of yourself and all those things, no one else will be.
And have gratitude for
Yeah,
yourself.
have gratitude.
yourself. So when you have it for you, you have it for people who are there around you or with you.
Kavita, a simple thing I say, till you don't love yourself, you cannot love anybody.
And no one can love you either.
It's so true.
You can't receive it because मुझसे ज़्यादा कोई और मुझको कैसे प्यार कर सकता है?
Until your cup is not full, you cannot share with anyone.
That is so true. Because when I was a kid, I always felt that मेरे पास ही नहीं है तो मेरे से, and then we were forced कि नहीं good बच्चा share करना चाहिए.
Exactly.
You just feel मेरे हिस्से का कोई ले गया, and how do you share? वो हो सकता है अभी भी होता हो, but it is very difficult to acknowledge that because you're supposed to be grown up now, and grown-ups only do things, and that's supposed to be matured behavior. When you don't want to do it, you still do it.
True.
So what would you tell people who are completing their years in marriage, because अब 50 साल हो गए या अभी 30 years हो गए हैं, अब कहाँ जाएंगे? To such people, what would you want to say?
देखो, पहले तो यह है कि कहीं जाना नहीं है आपको ये अभी जब सपोज आपकी शादी हो गई है, you're already in marriage.
Yes.
Now you have to make your marriage in which you are a joyful marriage.
Yes.
And what normally happens in a marriage is that the man and the woman, they both come from different backgrounds.
Yes.
They've got different ways of living their lives,
Yes.
different things that they do, right? They do it differently.
Yeah.
Now, the wife does things differently, the husband does things differently. Now, the
Yes.
wife wants the things to be done her way.
Yeah, largely.
The husband wants it to be done his way. And you make the other way a wrong way. It is not a wrong way, it is just a different way. So you got to sit down and talk to each other and say, "Yaar, ki ye aise, can we do it this way? Not okay, let's do it your way." But you don't have to make the other person wrong,
Yes.
and you don't have to control the other person. हमारा क्या होता है कि we try to control the other person.
And सारा blame औरतों पे जाता है, you know, कि women are very controlling.
हाँ,
But is that even true?
अच्छा
I think
मुझे एक
men
चीज
are.
नहीं, मैं आपको एक सवाल पूछता हूँ.
हाँ.
वो क्या चीज थी जो कि शादी के पहले सबकी थी और शादी के बाद सिर्फ हस्बैंड की होती है? क्या चीज है?
Blame.
नहीं,
Yes. ये मैंने
गलती
अभी सुना
गलती
था.
गलती
गलती.
गलती पहले मैरिज सबकी गलती होती है. एक बार शादी हो जाए तो फिर हस्बैंड की गलती होती है. गलती वही नहीं
Yes.
करती है ना.
But here I'd like to say one thing, Kavita. When you
But
say-
sir, बीवी वाले जोक ज्यादा बनते हैं. Whatever said and done. बीवी
Yeah,
से
yeah.
डरना, बीवी से मार खाने वाला डर, बीवी
हाँ.
वाले जोक्स तो मैक्सिमम बनते हैं.
I
तो वो
know.
बीवी कंट्रोलिंग होती है ना. क्या करे वो.
Yes, ma'am, you were saying something.
I was just saying that, like what you said, you know, if in 30 years ke baad they feel ke bas ho gaya, ya ye to chalana hai. It's not worth being in that marriage.
It
Because
isn't.
what- it isn't worth being in that marriage because what you're not creating anything.
You know, it's a boring life. You just have
And
a
you
life
know-
which is boring, which there's no thrills, no adventure.
Yeah.
What is actually happening is that both the man and the woman, they're both feeling contracted because they're not contributing to each other and they're not receiving from each other.
No, and I had somebody who was married early, okay, like 21, 22. Now they have children and they have no connection with each other. Wife is definitely controlling, and it's been years, 25 years ho chuke hain. So, and the person is so frustrated. He's like, I don't wish to go to temple, but I've been forced to go. If I don't, uski bimari halat kharab ho jayegi. Like, wo
Yeah, yeah.
bimar ho jayegi.
Now, here I'd just like to tell you one thing that we've been together for 46 years.
Wow.
It's not all rosy. I'm not saying that. See, like
46?
I have
don't
what
know.
you
Oh,
said,
that's so
in-
cool.
this temple thing has come up, you know. I love going to the Gurdwara. I like praying. That's what
You
I
all
enjoy
agree.
doing.
Yeah.
It may be a temple, it may be a church, it may be anywhere. I like the place. I like because I feel the energy hugs.
Energy is vibes. Yeah.
Earlier, I didn't know that, but I loved the energy there. So I used to go.
Okay.
Okay. It's not that I pray too much, but I love going to these places. He doesn't go to those places.
Okay.
But he used to drive me to that place, sit in the car till I went in and came out.
Yeah.
I never asked him to come in. I never asked him, why don't you go to a temple or to Gurdwara? And he never said, why do you go?
That's so beautiful. Because
It's just
somebody just
feeling each other. It's
somebody just asked me कि why is your husband not doing bars? And I'm like, so उस moment में मेरे पास नहीं था. I said, but he is doing everything to support and make an environment where I can do and facilitate other people.
Kavita, here, just one thing. You don't
Yes.
have to justify anything. He's a beautiful being. He has a choice, my dear.
Exactly.
And it is so nice of you to honor his choice.
Completely. I say he's received sessions and I enjoy doing sessions. So how
Yeah.
does it matter that he has to do it and only then we'll be a perfect couple?
Yeah, and he may just sit and do the class, but may not be able to get anything.
And I don't want him to do the class with me. I mean, he can do it with whoever. But the
But-
point being, ki, what is a perfect couple definition?
There
I-
is no,
there
okay,
is no
perfect.
The
Firstly,
first thing that you said,
there's nothing perfect.
there
the
is nothing
minute you say perfect,
You're judging straight away.
totally yes.
So the perfect couple is the couple who can, the wife who can be the worst possible wife, and the husband who can be the worst possible husband. That
Oh,
makes the best couple in the world.
हाँ. जैसे
If I'm willing to
जैसा.
be if I'm willing to be the worst husband in the world, I have no problem. I can only get better. And
I
if she's
know.
willing to be the worst wife in the world, then she can only get better at it. She cannot get
yeah.
perfect at it. So why do you look at perfect things? Don't look at perfection.
So there is this term going on in Access called creationship, which came up when Gary said, अगर शादी देखनी है या marriage देखना है तो आप लोग को देखना चाहिए. So what exactly? And you have some classes also on creationship. Can you talk a little about what is creationship?
Yeah, bolo.
see, I just like to say where the two of you can create together things which you can't do alone. You know, like when we do a class together,
Mhm.
maybe a foundation class or any class, we like to complement each other.
That
And
is so true.
we like to add value to what the other person is saying. It's not that he has spoken for 2 hours or I have spoken for 3 hours. It's not that. It's wherever there is ease and wherever it's going to be contributing to everyone around you, we add value to each other.
So it's
So
about
like this.
giving that space to the other person or allowance.
Also, what happens is that we normally have laid down things. That as a husband, he has to do this, and a wife, she has to do this.
Yeah.
But those are things laid down by society. Like for example, in our case, if ever we have to get into a deal or get into hiring someone to work with us and all, she's very good at negotiations.
Lovely.
Interesting that he has this point of
So
view.
then I said, why don't you negotiate? Because she does it beautifully, which I would never think of doing it. So I don't do it, and I feel very nice that here she is, because every one of us have different skills, abilities, and capacities. We cannot have the
And
same.
if you can acknowledge that rather
Yes.
than getting into competitive mode,
Yes.
right?
Why should you compete with each other? So she's good at something. Like for example, she's very good at cooking. I'm very good at eating. So we're very complimentary.
So complimentary. No, Zippy. I came to India and I just saw I told my husband, "Tum to bahu jaise ho," and I was like, because he's got an eye for that interior and beautifying places, and I'm like, God, I didn't know how to beautify that simple thing or make space in a cramped up area, and I'm like, that's such a gift you have, and I never saw it.
That is contribution.
That is contribution, not
That is
saying that,
creationship.
oh my God, it was my job, I should have done, what is this? Why is he interfering? Blah, blah, blah. People have a lot of points of views about all this.
She's frozen.
Yeah.
You're looking nice, frozen. Very nice.
So then we can just talk about creating together.
So creating together is fun. It's a thing where you are trying to look at what the other person can do and how you can contribute to making them better and stronger in that. That's what it is.
In other words, having each other's back.
Yes. And in other words, being an allowance of each other. Hi.
What happened to us this thing?
Yeah, we're okay. I think she's internet or something is a little. Hi, Kavita, where are you? Is she there or is she gone?
I think she's, I really don't know. Not there.
Oh.
Anybody like to ask a question?
Yeah.
We can all answer that.
Yeah, if anyone's got any questions, you can ask. Till she joined back.
Questions.
Huh? Got anyone?
No. Can you see? No, we can't. We can't see any comments. Where are they? I can see on the phone. I can. Can you read? Comments or chat.
Nothing.
Can you do not comment?
Hello. Kavit. There she is.
ये तो फ्रोजन हो गया था टेक्निकल प्रॉब्लम्स लाइफ में होती है, मैरिज में होती है, या इंटरनेट के साथ भी होती है.
But you
Apologies.
are looking,
My
you are looking
internet
so
just conked off.
That's okay.
you are looking so lovely when you're frozen. नशे में जैसे नशे में थे ना आप उस पोज में थे आप नशे में है एकदम.
So yes, ये कई marriages frozen हो जाती हैं. Is all I want to say. So उसको creationship की तरफ लाने के लिए क्या points रखने चाहिए?
देखो, firstly, like I said, you have to honor that other person. You honor the other person, have gratitude for the other person,
Trust the other
and
person.
trust the other person. And
By
if
trusting, you
Trust
know
the other
what one means. It's not trusting that he will not lie to me or he will not deceive me.
people do what he wants,
Trust that he will be who he
Yes,
is.
and don't want him to change. And so, if the
You
other
get
person,
what I mean? That is very important. We people have a different point of view about trusting. Oh, he will do anything for me. I trust that he loves me
मैंने
so
ना
much, he'll do anything.
मैंने अभी इससे शादी कर ली, अब ये पीना बंद कर देगी. ये क्यों? अगर उसका अपनी लड़की पिए, मेरे को क्या फर्क पड़ता है यार?
Yeah.
करके पिए.
So you
So
have to
that's the
trust
point.
that person will be who the person
Who
is.
they are.
Yeah, and you know, once you're in allowance of the person of them being who they are, then you can move from there.
Lovely. Lovely. So before we wrap up and wind up this thing, I just want you to, last few words. जैसे कहते हैं कि what would you want people to remember or
See, what we would.
जीने के लिए जीना है, or is there anything with your kind words and how do we look at marriage and क्या मरने के लिए लोग शादी करते हैं या it's like अर्थी यहीं से उठनी चाहिए, like lot of old thoughts which are there, उसको कैसे dissipate कर सकते हैं और क्या नई choices create कर सकते हैं शादी के
I'd
साथ?
just like to say one thing. When you get married, please don't come to a conclusion about anything.
Yes.
Be
Okay.
in wonderful, be in wonder of how wonderful your marriage can be.
And be in the question.
And always be in the question, what can we create together?
Oh, wow.
What
Yeah.
is possible now?
And the,
What
and
adventure
one
can
thing
we have? What
about-
adventure can we
That's
have?
such a beautiful question to ask. What adventures can we have together?
And you know, you will not believe it. अभी ये कोविड में हम यहाँ पे चंडीगढ़ में फंसे हुए हैं. But
That's right.
otherwise, before that, we used to travel
Traveling.
all over the world. And in Chandigarh, we got a beautiful house. We only used to stay 3 to 4 days in a month.
I
Rest
know
of we're
it-
traveling. We're traveling everywhere, having fun and enjoying life. Yeah. What else do you want in life? Yeah. You don't want to sit back and wait for death to come. You want to go out and
That's
have
what
a
a lot of people are waiting, कि,
Yes.
okay, till death does us apart. That's the whole
Yeah.
thing. Most of them are faking it, that I'm happy in a marriage. Okay, ठीक है, चुप हो जाओ, उसको बोलने दो, and some are making it, okay, making it work, putting extra effort to make their marriage work. But as you rightly said, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. There is no fun. Don't
and you
ruin
know,
your marriage.
it's like setting the other person free also and freeing yourself.
So it's so light.
So I'd
Yeah.
say people who are not getting along well, the children are grown up, settled. Then he said, "Thank you very much. I want to go and travel." She wants to go and do something else. Do it, yeah.
And once somebody had put up a question about marriage,
Yes.
please know that you don't have to get married.
Yes, that's important.
Just
That's
get
about
married
marriage
for
and
the
no
joy.
marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the sake of getting married, tick in the box.
टाइम हो गया है, टाइम
No,
हो गया है,
Yeah.
अकेले
Because is it the parents?
अकेले रह जाएंगे, that old age में तो companion चाहिए ही.
The parents feel कि हम इतने दुखी हैं. How can we let the बच्चा भी खुशी? इनको भी साला शादी कराओ ताकि ये भी दुखी हो हमारे जैसे.
Like,
Yeah.
That is
And
a general thing. You know, if you see
Yeah.
people, there's no one who's happily married. Very few people. They
Very
all
few people.
बच्चों को कहते हैं चलो यार शादी करो. मेरी जिम्मेवारी खत्म होगी. क्या
हाँ.
जिम्मेवारी है? तुम्हारे बच्चे जिम्मेवार थोड़ी है यार. They are joy for you.
please
Yes.
know that marriage can be beautiful if
If
you really would like
choose
to
to make it.
enjoy it.
If you choose, so my suggestion to people and last word would be in this episode would be, if you would like to learn how to create a marriage, okay, or have a beautiful marriage, because marriages can be beautiful, is a point that I'm kind of reaching out to people with. You don't have to marry, but if you choose to marry, then do join their class on creationship with the marriage and stuff and all, because they're phenomenal. My married life, wood, touch wood, whatever I can do, but it's just I asked this question that if they were there, like if RD sir and ma'am were together, what would they choose in such a situation? And it just gets me out, and I bounce out of any kind of a difficult situation. Plus,
Thank you very much.
we have a lot of tools in access consciousness, so
Yeah.
we can co-create in marriages, is what
Yes,
I would say. Connect with them. They're in Chandigarh, but they're available all over the world.
Thank you for that, Kavita. I'd just like to say, you said marriage can be beautiful. Actually, marriage is
He
beautiful.
is beautiful.
So
Yes.
please don't jump into it just for the sake of marriage.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, to enjoy and to really, have that freedom of enjoying that togetherness.
Yes. So when you enjoy yourself, I think you can
Yeah.
enjoy with anyone.
Yeah.
And that's the whole bottom line with marriage. Don't make it difficult. Don't suffocate yourself.
Or
Don't
the
die
other
in a marriage.
Or the other person, yeah.
Or the other person, of course. I mean, it's like मैं जो भी बोलती हूँ वो वही सही होता है और कोई और का सही नहीं हो सकता है.
Very
So,
true.
so how about going wrong sometime and enjoying the wrongness as well?
Yes,
Exactly,
why not?
exactly. What else is possible? by
What
this?
else is possible? So people,
Yeah.
if you ever, I mean, if you have yet to see this episode, connect with us, connect with sir and ma'am, because कहीं भी फंसे है ना, रास्ता बहुत आसानी से, बहुत हंसते और ह्यूमर से जो एक मैरिज में फन आता है ना, वो अलग ही लेवल है. And इनका जो softness है, the gentleness that with which they kind of approach situations and tough situations also, it's phenomenal. So you don't have to make life difficult. So let death not do you apart, and let that blame not go on marriage. कि
Yeah.
शादी की वजह से मर गए, So thank you so much, sir, for being
Thank you,
there
Kavita.
on this
What a
show. And
pleasure.
ma'am, it was awesome. I loved it. चाहे मेरी frozen हो गई, internet frozen हो गया या जो भी हो गया, but it was fun. Thank you, out and out.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Kavita.
Thank you, Kavita.
Thank you,
Thank you.
everybody.
Thank you for being on the call, and thank you
Thank you.
for
Bye.
listening to it. Bye-bye. Bye.